Are you a compulsive hoarder? Have you ever stabbed a man over a tin of condensed milk? And are you itching to combine these two passions into one? Then you will love Escape from Tarkov. The game that will continuously stomp you into the dirt as you try desperately to escape with your 15,000 ruble chocolate bar. The game that accurately simulates the class divide, where the rich absolutely stomp on the lower class with no remorse. And the game where you can finally experience what it's like to live in Eastern Europe. In Tarkov, you're slam dunked into the shoes of a scavenger who simply wants to earn some cash. However, in Tarkov, there's only one way to earn cash: shoving as much miscellaneous junk up your prison pocket as possible before getting domed in the head by an NPC 500 yards away. Ooh, that looked like it hurt. Remember all those neat things you found in that raid? That nice gun you brought in? Well, those are gone forever. That's right, when you die in Tarkov, any and all things you brought in or found are gone for good. But it's okay, there is one saving grace. See that container? Well, that's the only thing you can't lose in this game. So stash away those cigarettes, fella, because whatever you can fit in those 4 tiles, you keep. Well, that is unless you spent $100 extra for the E.OD edition, where you get 7 more slots! That's a lot of cigarettes. Wait, you can't afford $100 for an in-game upgrade? Well, what are you worrying about? The IRS won't mind if you miss 1 tax year. The goal of every round of Tarkov is to search the map for loot before extracting, while trying to avoid other players. But stay weary, friend. Everyone is out to get you and your stuff. So think twice before bringing in your entire collection of USBs filled to the brim with your European porn. Now don't worry, friend. I know what you're thinking. I bet you were watching all of those gamers on the internet with their super expensive loadouts and are wondering how you will ever get there. Well, friend, with my help, you'll get it all. The badass armor, the even more badass guns, more grenades than I could shake a stick at, and, if you're feeling more adventurous, I can do you better. Actual storage boxes, a fully decked out base, and 45 sights on a gun that only needs 1. But hold your horses, you've still got a long way to go there, bucko. It seems like you currently don't have much to your name. We're gonna have to get down and dirty if we have any chance of getting you your dream stash. Let's start with the basics of looting. You see, when you walk into a decrepit old building, you might see a lot of junk. But no! It's not junk, it's treasure! You see that old hard drive? That's worth 5,000 rubles. And that pack of sugar? 50,000 rubles. Oh, and this dusty old folder? 250,000 rubles! But you can't just walk in there and take it scot-free. Oh no, sir. When you're out on the field, you'll more often than not bump into other scavengers. It's incredibly important to properly assess the situation to ensure you won't reach an end punctuated with a 7.62 round to the brain. You see, along with other players, there are also AI-controlled scavs who roam the maps. These scavs are not to be underestimated. They can end you just as well as the next guy. If anything, these little computerized bastards are more dangerous. They can see through walls and hear your every step. If you so much as look in their general direction, they will be quick to scream Russian obscenities at you and shoot a hail of bullets.
What the f-
As for players, well, that's a whole other story. You may think that you're rough and tough when you load in with your fancy armor and ADAR, but to that other guy, you're nothing. You see, he spent 2.5 million rubles just on ammo. He's got an 8x thermal scope, tier 6 armor, and a military-grade rifle, which could tear through an elephant. let alone a man. Now to him, everything to your name is chump change. He spends your entire life savings just on grenades. That's why in Tarkov, it's best not to get too attached to anything you own. You're always one bullet away from heartbreak. At this point, you may be thinking to yourself, how are you going to manage entering a raid, looting, and extracting, all the while trying not to get wham bam thank you ma'amed by XXX_Poonslayer69_XXX? Well, what if I told you didn't have to do any of that at all? Enter a little strategy we all know and hate. Exit camping. AKA being a total fucking cunt. You, the lazy fat, no good, worthless, freeloading, honky-tonk, troglodyte, inbred, neckbeard, greasy piece of shit, will sit in the exact same spot for 45 minutes, while everyone does the hard work for you. With this strategy, you can continue to follow your average daily routine, which consists of you sitting on your ass and leeching off people who are more successful than you. All you have to do is pull the trigger as they walk into your loving arms, filled with the valuable spoils of the raid. Well, what do you have there? A miscellaneous key. What does it unlock, you ask? Well, that key unlocks the most valuable of caches. Only the most daring of scavengers would ever be able to get their hands on the loot they may contain. I'm not talking about you, though. You're gonna sell that to the lowest bidder. But you may be asking, where in the world am I gonna sell this? Well, the flea market, of course. The flea market is your one-stop shop to buy and or sell anything that you and the other scavs have found in their raids. We may not be making Leonard proud this time, because this is just good old-fashioned capitalism. Now go ahead and sell your valuables. This will earn you enough rubles to allow you to climb another rung of the ladder in the Tarkov hierarchy. You'll go from PM Hatchet Runner up to a PP Keter using P.A.K.A. Armored Grunt. Now repeat these steps until you have enough moolah to buy some real equipment. But before you go slapping dollar bills into the face of some trader, you have to understand that the most important part of your loadout isn't your gun or your armor. Instead, all that really matters is your ammunition. For instance, you could be running a $250,000 gun, but if you cheap out on ammo, you won't be killing anything. With the right ammunition, any gun can become a killing machine. However, that doesn't mean you shouldn't pay any attention to your gun. Weapon crafting is an art, and I like to call myself the Picasso of Tarkov. For instance, look at this 500,000 ruble mosin. The stock has been removed, the barrel has been shortened, and about 50 different flashlights and scopes have been attached. Now that you have some fairly decent gear, it's time to get out there and truly test your mettle as a cold-blooded scav. If I'm being honest, I didn't expect anything from you, but I'm pleasantly surprised.